Hello, I'm Sarah Castronova, reside at 1629 Ridge Road. We're one of the last farms left in Webster, and my concern is removing open space terminology from the code. There are other properties in Webster that have been in open space programs. Some of the programs are defunct and some are not, and I think removing any of the language regarding any of these properties is a bad idea, unless we put in something else. Strivers that are near us have the easement open space project done with their property, and it wouldn't be defined if we remove a lot of the topics. That's it for me.
Thanks, Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
I think Gail, you're next.
She wants me to go first. I'm going to add on to Diane.
Oh, that's wonderful. Diane, jump in.
Okay. Yeah, so, hi everyone, hi. Yeah, so I guess you guys probably all got our letter number 2. We emailed it. I do have one copy, but my printer was being really slow, so you can have my copy when I'm done with this. But yeah, basically our standpoint is just reiterating kind of our position from the last meeting that we had about this. But really, it's just, especially with the 2 public input sessions for the comp plan coming up, I just think that the section of the code that deals with this, currently expired open space program needs to be treated a little bit differently than just any other sort of defunct, outdated item of code. It's not really the same. I think as Sarah was pointing out, it's important that it stays in the code until such time as we either update the terminology or get rid of it completely. And if this is just getting rid of it completely, I think with something like this, it really would be more, I think it's fairer to wait until after the public input period for the comp plan to take it out if it's going to come out. I think this is a question that needs to be put for the public in a wider sort of remit than what we have is just, whoever's brave enough to come and stand up at the podium of terror. So it's scary, and I'm a brave person.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
She's right, it's intimidating.
It is intimidating, although I do have to say, I love that we went retro with the logo. I'm excited about this. I don't know, that's probably been there for like 8 years and I'm only just noticing it, but
That's
yeah,
so funny, she knows the logo.
I
we
love
just
the
talked about
logo.
today, Josh.
I think my mom has a t-shirt from when she was a lifeguard back in the 70s with this logo on it, so yeah, anyway. So yeah, back to topic. So our proposal basically is that in order to move forward with what you guys were, wanting to do with everything else in the code and, sort of pass the buck a little longer on this question of the open space program, you could just modify the resolution with an affixation to say, blah, 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 certain resolutions of the town of Webster and a municipal code to be designated code of the town of Webster, with the exception of chapter 220, which shall remain in the town code. Obviously for now, again, I just think it's a question that the public themselves deserve to be asked with the comp plan coming up. I know there's mixed opinions on whether or not something like this is something that we want in our future, but again, it's such a big tool. And we've got currently like 500 acres that are currently protected by it, that if we don't renew it, I think it needs to be more of a debate and a question that the public, deserve to have some input into. So, that's my standpoint.
Thanks, Diane.
Okay.
So now, Gail, would you like? Okay.
My name is Gail Binder, and I live at 357 Gulfview Heights. I still have 2 parcels of land in this, I'm going to call it the tax deferment open space plan. And at the last board meeting where this was discussed, it was said that the reason they kept this in the code at the time that it was changed, when they set an expiration date and such for the program, they said they kept it because there were still parcels in the program and people needed to have the code to reference. Now, I have had need to reference the code in the recent past. I've been trying to donate some land to the town. I also have a piece of property that if my neighbors could purchase it, they desperately need a new septic system unless the septic goes through, the sewer goes through Woodard Road. So I think it should stay there, if only for people like myself who still have property in the plan. And also to support what Diana says, if you just completely eliminate the concept, it would be very difficult to give it rebirth. Thank you.
Thanks, Cal. No, you're not signed in. It's Mr. Rock.
Betty.
Yes.
Eddie.
I didn't sign in because I think what these people said was sufficient.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Thanks, man. Then behind Betty is Gail, not Gail, Rebecca. Would you like to take the podium?
Sure. My name is Rebecca Collins, and I live at 608 Old Woods Road. And I really don't have anything to add. I just wanted to lend my voice in support of not removing this chapter on open space preservation. I like the idea of going ahead and approving everything else with the exception of this. I just think it sends the wrong message to completely remove